on every new development, fintech, and blockchain ecosystem. All because I watch the Inside Blockchain show on Crypto TV Plus. Every Monday morning, Crypto TV Plus brings you news headlines of top stories, interview with an expert, and give you detailed market analysis to enable you make the right business moves. Now you too can become a smart investor if you don't miss it. The Inside Blockchain show, only on Crypto TV Plus.
Hello and welcome to the program. You're watching Inside Blockchain live on Crypto TV Plus. I am Bobby Ayadike. Over the next hour, we'll be taking an in-depth look at the Central Bank of Nigeria's e-Naira with a specific look at the Speed Wallet. But before we dive into that, we'll have the pleasure of inviting industry professionals to help us have a better understanding. Here with us on the show is Mr. Chuta Chimezie, founder of Blockchain Nigeria User Group and advisor at Kinesis Money West African region. And joining us virtually is Adedeji Owonibi, techpreneur, blockchain solutions advocate, and COO at Convexity. And also joining us is Charles Okafomba, a blockchain solutions architect and the CTO also at Convexity. Gentlemen, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you, Bobby. Nice to be here.
Thank you.
Now, I believe, Mr. Chuta Chimezie, I believe I speak for all when I say that it is an absolute pleasure having you on the show here with us.
It's also my pleasure to be here.
Yes, sir.
I enjoy every moment at Crypto Plus TV.
You're welcome to the program, sir. Now, let us dive right in. As we've been made to understand, you are the founder of the Blockchain Nigeria User Group. And over the years, there has been series of programs and conferences that you've organized that are, in a nutshell, epoch-making and have transformed lives over the years. So we would want to, in a simple way of saying it, we want to pick your brains because we understand that there's a forthcoming event. So we'd like you to talk to us about it.
Okay. Thank you so much, Bobby. We have been in the business of using conferences as a major tool to drive public discourse in the area of blockchain technology and crypto assets. And because of these discussions, because whenever we have these conferences, we try to make them punchy as content rich as possible, and we nationalize every aspect of the event. So we have people coming from the east, north, west, and south to attend the conferences. Whether the conferences are held in Lagos or Abuja or Port Harcourt, we normally have all kinds of people come into the conferences, and from there begin their journey in blockchain and crypto space. So we've had these events for over 4 years period, and this particular conference that's coming up on the 11th of September is the 11th edition of our national conferences. And typically we have regular conference sessions like keynote addresses, panel discussion segments, fireside chats, we have workshops, we have trainings. And over a course of 2 days, we normally upload vital information that anyone that is interested in learning about blockchain or cryptocurrency will apply in his individual life. Or if he works on an organization, he will return with those insights and begin to use them almost immediately. So once again, the conference opportunity that is coming up is one that everyone who is interested in what is going on in the space should endeavor to attend. Convexity has been our partners, and it's interesting to see how they've been able to, institutionalize blockchain technology as a business in Abuja there, and they have created a rallying environment for everyone that is interested in the subject, like government, individuals, or corporate organization. They can walk in at Convexity today and get fundamental knowledge about this industry. So we are expecting massive attendance because our events usually are hybrid in nature. In other words, we have physical assemblies and we have virtual assemblies. And we have massive registrations so far, and we expect that the conference will deliver in value to every one of the attendees. So we encourage everyone, everywhere you are, make sure that you don't miss this opportunity and you'll have a nice time.
Oh, yeah, I appreciate that, sir. Now, you are a well known figure in the blockchain and cryptocurrency space in Africa, especially with the pivotal role that the blockchain Nigeria User Group has played towards the adoption of cryptocurrency and blockchain technology in Africa. So, now, over the years, looking at how it all started, what would you say has been the significant impact that the blockchain Nigeria User Group has made so far?
Okay, thank you, Bobby, once again. Yeah, I may have initiated the idea and concept of blockchain Nigeria User Group, but certainly I have many other people who have been also as equally involved in driving it as myself have been. Okay, so over the years, through our engagements, we have been able to help a lot of people gain knowledge when it comes to cryptocurrencies. And sometime in 2019, we launched what we call Blockchain Day 1000 initiative. I think the day I was turning that idea in my head, I was having a conversation with Charles, and we were saying that we needed to do something about filling the talent gap that exists, because you can't be going around talking about the overbearing power and disruptive nature of blockchain technology when you don't have people that have the requisite talent to build those solutions. Because blockchain to work for Africans, then you have to have Africans to be able to build the solutions using blockchain technology. Because blockchain is nothing other than a tool, it's a technological tool. And you need to have the right men with the right skills to be able to use them to create new types of products and services that can solve Africa centric problems. And we launched that initiative, and we have brought in hundreds of people, because the initiative was to like bring in at least 1,000 people into blockchain career, specifically as blockchain developers. So we opened up online platforms, we had resources, and we tried before the COVID downtime. It created difficulty for people to physically attend our training segments, but we continued to push online, and we created a platform, and we shared resources and encouraged self-learning. And today we have so many people who have passed through those courses, and they are building applications here and there. Some of them already have a fantastic job working in one company or the other. Then you have a lot of people too who probably you don't have experience in coding, but they were able to be encouraged, because we run career sessions too during our conferences, and we
Oh,
let people
that's
know
interesting.
that no matter what career path that you choose, there is a path for you in the blockchain technology industry that you can actually boldly step in and begin to learn more about the technology. And today we are seeing it. When you hear that Nigeria is number one in Africa and number two in the world, it's not something that happened overnight. It's as a result of persistent effort by different people in the ecosystem to drive discussions into the industry. I mean, we have also been at the forefront of engaging with regulators and policymakers, because before now, you don't dare talk about blockchain or crypto in televisions. We have gone to some TV stations. The last time we had an event in Abuja, me and Deji went to one Nigeria radio station. I wanted to talk to people about attending a blockchain event, and they said that anything blockchain they don't want to hear. But there are many TV stations and radio stations where people are, confidently talking about Bitcoin, Ethereum, blockchain, and whatever cryptocurrency. They mention them. It's because of advocacy, and those advocacies played key role in allowing us to interface with regulators and policymakers. And today, every single regulatory agency in Nigeria is discussing strategies, regulation policies that will help them regulate and drive adoption of this technology. And that is part of the efforts that we have put in. And it's interesting to see that it's working. We are not yet there, but I'm sure that if we continue in the pressure that we are putting, definitely we will get there. It doesn't matter what the agency or the policy making arm of government is. will continue to drive, because we know that this technology has the greatest ability to turn around our economic fortunes, and we don't want to miss that opportunity, and we don't want those in government and those in the capacity to make policies to mess things up for Nigerians. We want Nigerians to be part of this move, and we want Nigerians to benefit from this move, and that's why we're doing what we do. We are convinced about it, and we are not in any way planning to stop until we see that this thing is achieved successfully.
Yes, I appreciate the feedback. So now, I'm made to understand that the theme for this year's conference is blockchain, crypto arts, and the future of money. So, can you help us shed more light or help us to understand the specific focus or purpose of this event?
Okay, so one thing about this life is that anything you focus your attention on and you start teaching people, that is what they get to know about. Okay, and people are waiting and looking for people who will show them the way, who show them direction, who will unveil what they don't know to them. And over the years, when we started doing our cryptocurrency conferences, we keep exposing people. At the point we're doing blockchain and cryptocurrencies, at the point we did blockchain and AI, the point we did blockchain and DeFi. And now we want to do blockchain and crypto art, which is an aspect of NFT, which is stands for non-fungible tokens.
Yes, sir.
And I believe strongly that if we bring this subject to the table, of course, you know that blockchain is already disruptive and it creates opportunities that people can leverage to change their financial destiny. But Africans, especially those of us from Nigeria, we come from a very rich cultural background. We have artists, we have musicians, we have dramatists, people who create poetry, people who are into folklore and all those things. And you find that a huge market exists right there on the cyberspace. And if we can encourage every one of them to learn how they can monetize these rich cultural content or rich artistic content and turn them into NFT products and services, it can create an entirely new economy. And what we call transgenerational wealth can actually be possible, because most of us come from a family where we know that it's difficult for you to like inherit the sweat of your father, because what happens in most African countries or African cultures is that you have a man, he gets his father trains him, he gets to a certain age, his father gets old, he gets sick, he goes to the village, then the son begins to take care of him, pays hospital bill, and if the man dies, they bury him. Then the man's son also will be preparing himself, get a job, and be preparing to also bury. And so you don't have what they call transgenerational wealth embedded in our culture. But NFT will make it possible, because if I can create a digital art and it's living on the blockchain, it means that whether I'm alive or not, that asset will be bequeathed to whoever is connected to me, and they will continue to benefit from it till eternity. And such things can unlock a massive amount of wealth, because when NFT turns into a collateral asset, then you can use it to access funds on the DeFi space, which is huge. Because if I have an NFT that is valuable and I don't want to sell it, and I say, this is our father's creation, so we can't sell it, we can take it to a marketplace where the value can be, appreciated, and I can take loan against it. So you can see a whole lot of opportunity to unlock wealth. So we want to bring this thing to the knowledge of people, want them to know that, look, don't play with NFTs. Because each one of us in Africa, God gave us something that we brought into this world, and we can all put them out there. Even as we are talking now, what we are saying can be turned into NFTs. You understand?
I understand.
So tomorrow, someone can sell our discussion because it's coming from Chimezie Chuta. And because I will continue to do this until I die, okay, the value of the one that I said now will continue to increase the value. And my children will still be collecting something out of it. You understand me? So it's for us. NFT is for us. We have always said that blockchain is for Africa. But when it comes to Africa, apart from the fact that we can use blockchain to build things, we can use NFT to unlock massive amount of wealth for everyone in Africa.
So taking a cue from what you just said, there's there's so much buzz around the NFT, and it begs the question, how valuable? Because I believe that NFTs sell NFTs such as CryptoPunks, Beeple, they've sold for a whole lot of amount of money. So it begs the question, how valuable is this asset? Because there are some NFTs you come across and you begin to ask, what is the actual value attached to this? Why is this thing selling so much? When you compare it to a conventional form of art, the likes of the portrait of Mona Lisa and the rest of them, you get to see that there was so much effort, from the artists and the painters of old put into these artworks. In contrast to what we have today as NFT, how do you link the two based on the value coming from NFTs?
Okay, every market has its own volatile period, a point where speculations will be very high. Okay, it happens in art also. It may surprise you to know that I'm an artist myself. I paint. You understand?
Oh,
Okay,
that's
I studied fine
interesting.
applied arts in the university. Now, let me tell you that at some point in the history of art, we have what we call expressionism. It was a painting movement at that time. And through expressionism, nobody judges you based on the principles of art, So they are just looking at your expression. So even if you took your leg and soaked it on top of paint and you brushed it on top of the canvas, you can tell people that this canvas painting is representational of your mood at
Your
XYZ
expression,
time,
yeah.
and you ascribe value to it. And someone somewhere is coming will come up and he'll say, "Ah, fantastic! I like this. It captures this for me. I will buy it." Then you put a price for it. So it's not different from what we're seeing in NFT today. So people create value, and one man's meat is another man's poison. You may not think that is worth something, but someone somewhere thinks that is worth something. Jack Dorsey, the CEO guy,
Jack Dorsey,
Jack Dorsey, sold one of
his first
his
tweet,
very first tweet
yes,
for about two point
2.9 million
nine
dollars.
million dollars, and a human being that has two legs, like me and you, bought it. And you are saying, what's there in that? The point is that he who bought it attached a lot of value to, because this is Jack, the guy who changed our story in terms of social communication. And I want to be the owner of his first footprint in that marketplace. So he attached value to it. Maybe 10 years from now, someone else will say, wow, I want to get the origin of Twitter. And he's looking for the very first tweet. The guy will come and sell it for $100 million because it's valuable to whoever is looking at it. So, in as much as we can accept and agree that there are speculation and there are overpricing and over purchasing that are attached to it, it's not new to us. We've seen crypto assets that doesn't worth anything. Shebi, we are here when we are looking at Shiba Inu and Dogecoin. What's the underlying value as at that time that people were buying them? So forget about that. Let's look at the fundamentals. NFTs, they are driven by what they call proof of ownership and originality. There's nothing on earth that has any capacity for you to prove its ownership and originality outside of the blockchain, outside the world, as the way considering the way the world works. So it's only now that you can actually completely 100% be sure that an item or article, artwork, or wherever it is original, and whoever owns it is the original owner. So there are a whole lot of things that are embedded together in that, and that is what drives the value. You mentioned Mona Lisa, for instance. There are several copies of Mona Lisa everywhere, and a
There's
lot of
an
people buy
original.
the fakes,
Uh-huh.
thinking that they are buying the original. And if you say bring the original, nobody may be able to prove that the original that he has is the original that actually exists, because there are originals that are so close to the original that you can't even tell the difference between the original and the copy. But blockchain enables you to 100% authenticate and validate the originality of that asset, and also authenticate and validate the origin and the authenticity of what it's supposed to be. And because of that, the value will continue
To increase.
to increase.
Yeah, I appreciate the feedback. Let us go on a short break. More to come. Stay with us.
I am a whale, an individual who holds a large amount of cryptocurrency. I am an NFT, a unique digital asset that represents ownership. I'm a crypto maximalist. I believe cryptocurrency is superior to all other currencies. I run on DeFi, decentralized finance to control financial services without the need for a centralized authority. You can ask me when Lambo, asking when a particular coin price will increase. I am blockchain, a decentralized digital ledger that records all transactions. This is blockchain. This is crypto. This is NFT. This is the future.
Blockchain, Crypto Arts, and the Future of Money. A conference and exhibition expo from the 11th to 12th of September 2021. Live at the Civic Centre, Victoria Island, Lagos. Catch this program live on Crypto TV Plus.
You're welcome back. This is Inside Blockchain live on Crypto TV Plus. I am Bobby Ayadike. So Charles, this next question goes to you. Now, I understand that in view of this forthcoming program, that attendees will have the opportunity to discover how blockchain, DeFi, NFTs, together with the Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, are altering the status quo and providing new opportunities for individuals, organizations, and even nations. So, can you shed more light on this?
All right. Thank you, Bobby. So the blockchain system, right, as we know it, is running on what we call a value economy. I just want to take the blockchain, for example. And a lot of employment is actually being created via the blockchain system itself. So programs like this or conferences like this helps you to really see, right? It's more of like a proof of a proof of what the space is actually doing in terms of employment, in terms of innovation, in terms of creating things that will help the community or will help the society. So the previous events have actually covered a lot when it comes to blockchain, and we are looking forward to this present events, which covers a whole lot in terms of NFT, in terms of AI. You see how people are actually combining machine learning system with the blockchain. You see how people are combining data in other areas of life through the blockchain and all that. So it's a way of exposing yourself, and also for people that want to create solutions that have to do with this technology too. It's a way of you connecting and also networking, which I believe is one of the key goals of having such a conference in the first place.
I understand that this show, this edition, is the 11th edition of the show, and over the years, Mr. Chuta has been organizing and hosting and transforming lives. Now, I believe you're one of the keynote speakers, if I'm correct.
Yeah,
Okay, you'll be speaking. So, I don't know if it would be out of place if you could just give us a sneak peek into what you will be lecturing on that day.
Okay. One thing I've actually noticed in the space that we are kind of like missing is tokenization when it comes to creating token, right? Now, how do you create a token? Now, I've seen some people creating token that is not meant to be for such a use case. Take, for example, now creating like an ERC20 token, which is more of like just for an ICO or maybe a utility token compared to creating it, using it for a system like tokenizing real estate that needs the information of that real estate being in the blockchain, or creating a system that needs that data to be on the blockchain itself and not outside the blockchain. So, and then there are token standards that we already have, right? There is standardization of how tokens need to be created and how they need to be registered.
Thank you, Charles. Thank you, Deji. Thank you so much, Chuta. I must say it's been an absolute pleasure having you gentlemen on the show. And that will be all on today's edition of Inside Blockchain. You can get more market updates and all the happenings captured within the world of blockchain and cryptocurrency on our website, cryptotvplus.com. Follow us on our social media, Facebook and Twitter at CryptoTV to get daily info on our programs. Thank you for staying with us. I am Bobby Ayadike. Till next time.